Tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I'm your host, Abby Harris. Thank you for tuning in each and every day. Happy Saturday. Happy 420. Today is Saturday, April 20th. And today we will be going over today's topics, which is going to be, first of all, happy 420, National Cannabis Day. Second, Bitcoin halving, which happened to happen on 420. So we're going to talk about surge in transaction fees. We're going to talk about the Las Vegas Sphere and the Ultimate Music Visualizer, smart home robotics, Xbox secrets, and Cybertruck quick fix. And we're going to talk about the Mercedes-Benz autonomous vehicle. Thank you for tuning into the blockchain. Each and every day I come on to my show, we talk about everything that's happening in the Web3 tech space, as well as what is happening in the world. If you want to be a part of a community where it is full of resources, then come to the community's resources, which is my web network that is built on Telegram. Moving on. Today, after the halving, there was a conversation or analytics reports that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks following Crypto Rover. Is something that we're definitely going to talk about how he was looking for 58 to 60,000 in the reset, in the correction of Bitcoin before the halving, before this thing goes parabolic. So it happened. We seen it hit 58,000. It is, I don't know how many hours within the halving. We're at 63,000 within Bitcoin. Now, this means a lot all the way across the board, because we already know how when the tidal waves flow, right? Everything flows with the tidal wave, right? It's just like a big old pool. If the pool is filled up with water, then everything fills up with water. So if you have been gathering your Acorns and you've been dollar cost averaging, this is the time that we've been talking about this whole time. We've been waiting for this for a long time. We have been waiting for this. Now the time is finally here. Where are you at in your portfolio? Now, when I come on my show, I don't give no financial advices. I am like the sports announcer, right? Shout out to Goldie with this. I'm the coach with a different approach. That's what I'm doing. That's all I am. I am announcing things that I see that there are possibilities and there are possible opportunities, but not in no way, shape, or form am I telling you financial advice, where to put your money, what to do with your money. I'm not telling you any of the sort like that when you tune into my show. My show is actually a show to find like-minded individuals who have the same idea and concept of what they want to do and how they can fully take advantage of Web3 tech, crypto, meme coins, building, so on and so forth. And on that note, we're going to move over into my other favorite Twitter friend, which is Ask Crypto. Bitcoin price updates. Bitcoin is forming a mass inverse heading, a head and shoulders formation on the weekly time frame. This could take a few months before a major breakout during the constellation of the phase. Bitcoin will trade between 56 and 76,000. A weekly close above 76,000 will confirm the breakout push for BTC towards 100K. The whole goal that we've been talking about is how this thing is going to correct, how it's going to be a little bit of pushback, and then how it's going to just go parabolic. Moving on to my other favorite crypto buddy, Crypto Rover. Let's talk about it, Crypto.
Saturday, and due to the fact that it is a Saturday, we are indeed creating another CME futures gap. You can currently see that the CME close price is sitting somewhere around 63.8k, so we're expecting that, of course, over the course of the weekend Bitcoin is going to be just hovering around this price. But just like we've seen with previous CME gaps, we create a massive CME gap on the top side, last weekend. So maybe this weekend around, we could create one on the lower side. I mean, we can clearly see with the high amount of volatility right now in the market that this is definitely a possibility for playing out on Bitcoin right now. Of course, it's no guarantees, and of course, usually it doesn't tend to be happening. But if it were to be happening, of course, you are going to be the first one to be notified on this channel. But what we want to be doing
on this channel of Beyond the Blockchain
here is right now just look at this Bitcoin trend and see where Bitcoin is going to be going towards for the foreseeable future, right? So we're clearly trading in a consolidation phase from that big support level on the lower side to the big resistance on the top side. And basically all we're seeing right now here is that Bitcoin is consolidating between the low and the high right now of the region, and we're bouncing between those every single time. And yes, if you've been watching the channel for quite a while right now, you do know that I have been waiting for Bitcoin to be retesting this orange box right here, because I have said it so many times in my past videos. I will be longing Bitcoin on the orange box, and that is exactly what I did. And honestly, Bitcoin just perfectly bounced from off this region, and I've said many times before that I still think that there is a possibility that Bitcoin is indeed going to be still going to the lower side of this region. But the lower Bitcoin is going to go in this region, the bigger the risk to reward is going to become. And as the risk to reward becomes bigger, I'm only going to be opening up bigger positions. So for me, if Bitcoin really comes down from off this point, I'm only becoming more and more bullish. And one of those reasons why I am becoming more and more bullish as
tell them why
or as it is right now also going up, is because due to the fact that the funding rates are negative. And this is a very important signal to be paying attention to.
Very important.
Funding rates basically tell us something about the AMB book, and right now it is clearly indicating us that the majority of the traders are actually trading short, and that makes me extremely bullish. And you can see it over here on this chart. We're seeing the funding rates going negative, and if we're going to be looking back all the way to the previous bull market, and I've talked about this many times before on the channel, every single time in the previous bull market, once the funding rates went negative, it was an historical buying opportunity, like you can see over here.
Now, do y'all believe me when I say when the price drops, there is a sale? So this is the opportunity that we've been talking about for weeks on my show, on weeks on his show. When the opportunity presents itself, you have to go after it. If you do not go after it, I'm sorry, I'm a little hot, guys. If you do not go after it, then this opportunity ain't for you, and there may be another's, or there may not be another's. But the only thing I can do is I can position this thing, like they say, you can lead a horse to water. It's up to you to drink. Moving on, because today it is, like I said, it's official halving. Every news channel, everything across the boards is talking about the halving cut supply of new tokens to threat miners, reprogramming codes, cut daily production to 450. Bitcoin miners stand to lose billions of dollars in revenue a year. See, this is the news that they want you to have fear on. We already know, we've seen the past history. We understand that this thing is going to be cut in half. What happens when there's only a limited supply of something? The value goes up. So Bloomberg, whoever wrote this article, Dave Pan, come on, guys. Y'all inserting the crypto fear into the retail investors. In a giant, the Bitcoin halving is here with its giant surge in transaction fees. Yes, of course we knew there was going to be transaction fees. We already knew. And also, Ruin's protocol sent fees surging as users rush to etch new digital token that can be launched atop of Bitcoin blockchain. I'm not sure. I don't think I have. I don't know. I don't think I have any ruins. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's go check it out. Ruins. Let's go check it out. Market business. Ruins. Ordinals founder. Okay, here we go. Boop. Here's everything we need to know about Ruins Bitcoin new fungible token standard. Ruins protocol is set to launch the end of April, which is already launched today. Introduce a new fungible token standard in Bitcoin. This article will teach you everything you need to know about Bitcoin Ruins. Hey guys, y'all know how this goes. I do a lot of research for my community, for my group, a lot. And once again, this is my community, my Web3 community, and I'm always adding information. Like I had a video on the halving. Now I'm adding more information. This is what my Telegram group is. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. How fish turned Las Vegas. Oh, we're going to move into the IRL space right now. How fish turned Las Vegas fear into the ultimate music visualizer. I don't know if you had a chance to go to Las Vegas and visit the Sphere. I went, I had a phenomenal time. They had robots. You can actually talk to robots in there. The robots will answer you. It was phenomenal. The screen was like you felt the wind, you felt the air. Like it was really, really cool. The whole screen went off the cliff, so we all went off the cliff like this. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. I had so much of a great time in the Sphere. But to actually now, I want you guys to look at this. This is what the spheres look like, right? These are all the people. This right here is the screen. So imagine the screen going over your head. So everything that you're looking is up. Music is playing, artists. You know that little thing that it says when you're playing video games about that it can mess up your equilibrium and all of that. Well, check it out. Check this out. Oh, I'm gonna get flagged. I'm gonna play it with no audio because I know I am going to be flagged and I'm not gonna allow them to flag me. But Fish live from the Fear. It happened 2 days ago, and it was like I said. If you get a chance and an opportunity, look at this. If you get a chance, an opportunity to visit this thing and visit this place, it is an amazing experience. Like I haven't seen anything as cool and exciting in the tech space. And I felt like a little kid. Now it's so funny because y'all see it just looks like this little box. But what ends up happening is this little box just opens up to the big sphere. How long is this video? It's about 5 minutes. We're not going to do the whole 5 minutes. I am definitely not going to do the whole 5 minutes, but I'm going to scan it forward so y'all can get a little, look at this, guys. Look at this. This is amazing. A concert, everyone having fun, the music, the interaction, everything had to be crazy. And this got to be a drone that they got flying around the stage and all that. Look how small, like they look like little ants in this big stadium because the place is huge, guys. It is huge. It is huge. Man. Look at this. Look at the perspective of, that's dope. The perspective of how they look at the audience. Look at the audience dancing. Look at this, guys. This is, I can't express how amazing this Fear thing is. If you ever get a chance to go out to Vegas, hold up, let me see. Look at the artwork on the screens. You hear me? Y'all hear me over here nerding out on this. Moving on. Sorry, guys. I got caught because I went to the Sphere. I had so much fun, and it was like a kid with adult toys, right? We don't have adult toys other than video games and tech. Like this whole tech thing, crypto, this is my adult toy. This is what I wake up to, go to sleep to every morning. I love everything about crypto, Web3. I love everything about solving problems. I love about protocols. Proof of concept, just making sure things work, right? This is my excitement in this space. So I really, really love it. Moving on, I produce Some people may not know that, but my name is Abtrax is my producer's name. I produced my first single. It is called Girls. It is on Spotify. If you get a chance, let's listen to it if you like it. You know, if you want to have a part interest and ownership into it, then guess what? You can buy this as an NFT on Gala Games. So go out to Gala Games, go check it out, search. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how you do it, how easy this is. You go to Gala Games, right? Boom. Gala Music. Here's the search button. Oh, it comes up. But even if I didn't come up, I'm gonna just do it like this. You put Abtracks. I come up. When I come up, here's my track. I don't want to play it because I may get flagged in my own show for playing my own tracks. And within the tracks, if you, like I said, if you want to have invested interest, I've sold 54 out of 100 NFTs. Do your due diligence. This is what I've sold so far. So far, so good. I have no complaints on me releasing my first single, and then I have other singles that is a chain reaction of other things that I'm releasing via Gala Music. And most of my music is lo-fi, all instrumentals. There's no lyrics on them. It's just musical tracks. You can sit, you can study, you can be creative, you can work out to. I have all of that within my little space. And yes, it is a signature edition. Moving on. Everything you probably didn't know about your Xbox Series could do. Well, I've been one of these people that bounce back and forth. I have Xbox and then I have PlayStation, and you know, at one point in time that you can only play Call of Duty on Xbox, and like 2K, like there's certain games that was console specific, right? And eventually, I even go back to Dreamcast, right? We go back to Dreamcast. Like I love the games. Sometimes we just play the games and don't really understand what our Xboxes can do. So for me, I'm gonna summarize it easy for you. You can watch things in 4K and you can actually stream from it. So you can actually use it as a streaming device on Twitch or any of the other digital providers, however you want to put out your information on it. So that's the thing. So instead of you creating this whole long thing, quick, moving on. Maybe I don't want a Rosie, the robot after all. Y'all remember the Jetsons? I grew up on the Jetsons. This was my favorite show. I love the Jetsons. And the crazy thing, everything about the Jetsons just about came true. From talking watches to drones to flying cars to robots to only thing we don't have as of yet is these houses that sky up in the air because the ground is bad. I don't remember the reason why. I need to probably watch a few episodes of the Jetsons. As a child of the 80s, my perception of smart homes has been dominated by the idea of that one day we will have a Rosie robot style roaming around our homes, dusting, preparing dinners, unloading the dishwasher. This last one was a must. We smart homes enough to come up with a robot to wash our dishes. Can we please come up with one that can also upload them? So for me, personally, when the robotic dogs and all of that stuff came out, I was excited. I was like, yo, I want a robotic dog. So for those who don't know, I used to run one of the biggest crypto meetup groups in New York City, right? So in the group, I would always come across different people, creatives, designers, idealists, builders, engineers. And on one of our episodes, and I'm going to put it up on, I'm going to post this inside of my Spotify for all my past episodes and interviews that I did. We had a guy named Irving. Irving came up to, I think we wasn't at Republic. We was at another location. But he came up for the interview. We sat down. We had a fireside chat. And the hype news was robotic dogs. I'm not sure if New York just got their dog or something like that. and it was a company called Linktree, right? As I'm talking about this, let me show you. Linktree dogs. I know I'm messing up the name. I know. Let's see about it. It's not Linktree. What is the name of the company? Oh, Unitree. So Unitree has this dog, right? And I'm all hype. I'm talking about, yeah, I want a dog, right? They showed the little dog begging and all of this stuff, right? And inside of our interview, as we're having this conversation, right, he starts talking about how the dog will be gathering all the information and data from everything I do, from me taking showers, what time I take showers, what time I take my vitamins, what time I go on dates, what time. He will be documenting this information. And all of this data will be going where? So now, in our space to where we can actually cut off our devices to be out of touch, not to have our devices follow and track us. Now I done invited a trackable eye-seeing dog inside to my house to where it's reporting this data. This data is being collected somewhere, but I don't have ownership of it. So that changed my whole perspective. I don't want no robots. I don't want no robots to know when I'm going to the bathroom or when me and my wife is having problems. We arguing. I might argue with my wife and we might get a little physical. I'm joking. And the dog calls 911 on me. Yeah, I pass. I'm not going to go into the rant of robots. Let's watch this. Oh, we seen this the other day. Look at the legs. Isn't this scary? Doesn't this look like a scary movie? Look at this. Look at the legs. No, I don't want nothing like that in my household. I pass. Thank you, but I pass. We're going to move on. I don't want to talk nothing else about robots and robotics because I am in the fear. I have a fear of robots and robotics. And it made me take me a long time of this fear, but I'm not a fan of none of the robotic stuff that is happening. I'm be completely honest with you guys. It is moving on. Cybertruck. All new owner reveals Cybertruck rivet fix. So this is the easy fix that they did. They put a rivet inside of that, on top of that piece, which I don't understand, to be honest with you. If something simple as a cover on the pedal was missed, right? Because I don't think humans are building these. I think robotics are building this, right? Let's figure that out. Let's find that out. I am curious. How are Cybertrucks built? By humans or robots? Let's see. Let's see what comes up. Tesla uses robots and humans to build Cybertrucks. Okay. Cybertruck battery. Okay. That was my curiosity. How are they being built? Hopefully there's no music here.
EV owners, to celebrate Allset Auto's 5th year applying paint protection film, ceramic coatings, and window tint to Teslas and EVs.
I meant to mute the audio because I am personally curious how these are built.
A few transfer presses. That's our first of the 2 hot stamping presses. We also have our stainless steel straightening and forming line. So I'm just going to bring you around the corner here.
So are you bringing in
You got a nice helmet.
stock or
We're bringing in coils,
bringing in coils?
and I'm going to show you how we straighten it.
I'm really interested in that. I've seen lots of stamping lines, but straightening stainless usually is not as
Oops, sorry.
kind of big stuff all by itself.
Correct. So these are the different blanks, yeah?
Yep, different
Yeah.
blanks, all within accuracy. Tailgate, fascia, hood, doors. Forgot
Excellent.
about that for a second. And then we have a measurement system. So we're producing hoods. So typically we have a periodic quality check. So we'll take the part, put it on here. It's just a nice fancy 2D light scanner.
Yeah.
And what it does is it compares the cat that we're
Right.
cutting to in relation to what we're actually
Yeah.
measuring.
Successful as possible by bringing their market or their products to market as quickly as possible. Our business, and this press right here is one of the larger beds we have. This is a 1,500-ton press system. We've got a twin.
Always slow down because they try and do it internally. This is the best thing as far as I'm concerned. And looking at what you've got going on here, it seems to me that if I was in that kind of a situation, that's what I'd want from you. So that's my assessment of everything I'm seeing here today.
Yeah, we appreciate that, and we want to work with the world's most innovative companies. We want to
Get laid in. It's basically a noodle kind of right now. Very, very fun.
Shopping for a used car in
Here we go. Let me go back to that because I got to get used to unmuting myself. My apologies. But what I was saying prior to me realizing that I was not recording is I am curious to know what other things that was overlooked in the process of building the Cybertruck. If a small rivet is the simple fix of this problem, that can cause major life damage, right? A lot of people could have lost their lives. Somebody had to figure this out. It had to happen to probably one or multiple trucks for this to see this thing happen. But my point, like I said, my point is, if it was a human in the build of this, that rivet would have already been there. It wouldn't have been applied after. So if there's little mistakes that the Tesla manufacturing, because it's being manufactured by robots, right? If this little thing is missed, what other things are missed inside of inside of the Cybertruck build out? Moving on, exclusive Mercedes-Benz becomes the first automaker to sell autonomous cars in the US that don't come with requirement that drivers watch the road. You know how I feel. So now here's my question. I buy this Mercedes-Benz, okay? This is just an idea. I buy this Mercedes-Benz. It is an autonomous vehicle, right? It is autonomous. It doesn't require no requirements for me that you don't have to watch the road. It will drive on its own, right? Now, here are a few things. We're going to look into this. But what if I bought this and I say, hey guys, I want to put this car on Uber because I don't want to drive. I want my $80,000, $70,000 Mercedes-Benz, right, that I actually purchased to make money for me, right? It should be a way I should be able to do this, right? Or am I dreaming? Am I dreaming too far? Huh? Am I dreaming too far with this? Is this a too far fetch? Hold on, let me find the video, guys. I believe this is it.
Introducing Drive Pilot, an automated driving system available on your new S-Class or EQS sedan. Mercedes-Benz has introduced this feature to give you back time in a freeway traffic jam. We're excited to show you how Drive Pilot creates a paradigm shift in the driving experience and inform you about the important role you play behind the wheel. Your vehicle is equipped with both Active Distance Assist Distronic as well as Active Steering Assist, features that provide cooperative driving assistance. When using these systems, you remain responsible for the entire driving task. This means you must keep your hands on the wheel and eyes on the road at all times. In contrast, Drive Pilot, under a specific set of conditions, will take over the dynamic driving task. You are not driving when the system is active, even though you must remain in the driver's seat. When Drive Pilot is active, you become the
So we know that won't work, that I'm driving Uber. I'm not in the car and I'm sending it out. But I can be in the car doing other work while the car is driving itself. Oh, what did I just do? There you go.
Please be aware that state and local laws may prohibit the fallback-ready user from using a handheld mobile device. Please.
Oh, so that also answers that question. So I can't be on my phone and I can't be on my computer because government law states that you cannot use any type of electrical devices while driving, but I'm not driving. So now this is going to become a law. This is going to come up something where they're going to, excuse me. This is going to be a situation to where that law with non-holding electronic devices is going to be challenged. Because if you're not driving, why not? Somebody's going to challenge this law without question. This is going to be challenged.
Please also be aware that no object should ever be placed between you and an airbag. You will notice the turquoise status indicator lights remain solid at all times the Drive Pilot system is active. The set speed and following distance are set by Drive Pilot and cannot be manually adjusted by you, the fallback-ready user. Drive Pilot automatically keeps a suitable distance from surrounding vehicles. The system can handle obstacles on the road, even stopped vehicles. If sufficient space is available, your Mercedes-Benz will drive around them within its own lane. Drive Pilot will not.
Well, I am curious because in certain states, if there's a hazard vehicle, you have to get out of the lane, not drive in the lane. That is a guaranteed ticket. So I'm curious, is that something that you can fight because you was driving an autopilot, right? And the car went around and you were expecting it to go out of the lane and the police pull you over and say, hey, sir, you was traveling inside of a lane that you should have went around of a hazard. How? And you're going to say, hey, well, my car was driving. The police are like, man, take this ticket.
The current lane, and therefore you may need to disengage the system to follow your planned route. When the conditions for Drive Pilot are no longer satisfied, the system will alert you with a takeover request. A takeover request is indicated visually by the red illumination of the status indicator lights, a message in the instrument cluster, as well as an audible alert. Put your hands on the...
Do y'all think cars is being too smart now? It's not just getting in that good old American Chevy or that American engine. It's like you got to read a book to drive cars. Like you got to remember all of the stuff. And it ain't no more just getting in, putting the key in and driving. There's like all these features and stuff. Like you have to have a bachelor's degree just to drive a car.
The steering wheel and keep your eyes on the road. Steer, brake, or accelerate as necessary and ensure the safe operation of the vehicle and compliance with traffic regulations. As the fallback-ready user of this system, it is your responsibility to take control of the vehicle as soon as Drive Pilot issues a takeover request informing you to do so.
But what if you can't?
Conditions may arise at any time that require you, the fallback-ready user, to respond to a takeover request. If a fallback-ready user does not respond to the takeover request within the maximum allotted time of 10 seconds, for example due to a medical crisis, the vehicle's emergency stop procedure will begin. Your Mercedes-Benz will begin to brake and then come to a full stop in its current lane.
On the
Surrounding
highway?
traffic is warned by the activation of your hazard lights. Once the vehicle is at standstill, the parking brake is engaged. the Mercedes-Benz emergency call system is activated, and the vehicle doors are unlocked to enable emergency personnel access.
On the highway.
You, the fallback-ready user, can always disengage the system by pressing one of the Drive Pilot buttons, or by steering, for example, to manually change lanes. At all times, the vehicle can be stopped by depressing the brake pedal, and a takeover request will be issued if the gas pedal is pressed. To operate safely, Drive Pilot requires certain conditions to be satisfied. A list of these conditions is included in the operator's manual. Examples of conditions that will trigger a takeover request include, but are not limited to, construction zones, inclement weather, unsuitable lighting conditions, or if the vehicle enters an area with non-existent or poor satellite reception or lane markings.
There's been plenty of times that I've been on the road and I don't see no lane markings and it is pitch black. You don't know what's happening. Thank you guys for tuning in to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I do this each and every day. I bring you all types of information what is happening within the Web3 crypto space. And on that note, see you the same bad time, same bad channel. Remember, this is the weekend. A lot of the exchanges and it's going to be kind of on hold because people are going to be waiting to see what happens on Monday. So I hope that you are taking full advantage of gathering your Acorns. I hope you're taking full advantage of listening to some of the things that I talk about within this space. Shout out to Global Currency. You know, on that note, see you the same bad time, same bad channel. Peace.
Our tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.